Hey, good morning, folks. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. We have a cold front moving through late this afternoon and this evening and overnight. That could spark some severe thunderstorms, but that would be in the northern part of the state. I'll show that to you in just a second. Southern part of the state, believe it or not, I'm hearing from some folks that we actually could use finally a little bit of rain, especially when we see the extended forecast of dry weather. Now, what's going on is that out in the farm fields, the plants had all this moisture at the surface, so the roots didn't go deep. So now when it dries out on the surface, those roots don't have any moisture in them. So kind of a catch-22 from the wet weather that we've had. So we're talking severe weather. We're also talking a tropical system forming in the Gulf of Mexico, and that may have implications on us next week at some point with a rain. So let's get to it and show you what's going on. First, we'll cover the severe weather, and this is where the Storm Prediction Center says there's a slight chance of severe weather. Let's call it Ludington to about Houghton Lake to Tawas, northward up into the UP. They say there's enough shear, that is the change of wind direction with height, to produce possibly a few isolated tornadoes. Traverse City, Cadillac, Alpena, Mackinac Bridge, up across the western three-quarters of the UP. And Kirchner from Indiana, good morning. And Rob Bacon, good morning. I think I'm saying that right. I know who you are, Rob. Okay, as far as damaging winds, 5% chance in southern lower Michigan. I think the storms are probably going to be almost non-existent when that cold front comes through. 15% chance in the northern part of the state, and then the hail also possible in the northern part of the state and eastern part of the UP. Here's what's going on right now. This is not the cold front. This is just a leading edge of some showers that are dying down as they move on through the area. Eastern three-quarters of the UP. Hey, good morning, Walker, Texas. So not much going on right there. Now, let's take a look at the radar forecast, and you'll see, again, we're at noon today. Not much going on. We're at 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, maybe some thunderstorms forming in the northeast part of the state. And then as we go into 7 o'clock, that's when the clump of thunderstorms, severe weather in the northeast and across the UP would start to form. This is 9 o'clock right there, 10, 11. So it looks like a late evening severe weather outbreak across the eastern part of the upper peninsula, far northwestern part of the lower peninsula. All right, temperatures. And I guess I should emphasize there that that means that in the southern part of the state, it might just be a hit or miss thunderstorm, and you probably better plan on just dry weather and lucky if you get a rain. Hello, Chesterfield and Linda Lang Bowling. And hey, Grand Junction, I know you want a storm. A lot of people do. Hey, Azra Kashani from Iran. Wow. And Fred from Oklahoma. Temperatures, they're going to be warm today. Let's get the highs for you here. We're going to be in the mid to upper 80s easily ahead of the cold front. And then we go to tomorrow, and much cooler weather is on the way. 80s in the far south, mid 70s, Saginaw, Flint, Grand Rapids, 60s across northwest lower. So significant cool down there for Thursday, and then we're back to great summer weather on Friday, upper 70s to about 80. And on the weekend, we're looking at temperatures, again, about 80 degrees. We're going to start to get some heat as we go into next week. Here's an example on Monday, looking at temperatures of about 85 to 92. We're going to also start to see that UP heat up more than the far southeast part of the state. We've had that happen a few times in the last couple of years. Hey, Michael Harris, you have a great day also. And Roxy Talsma from Kalamazoo. Franny, yes, it is going to be humid with the hot air and the moisture pooling ahead of that cold front. All right, so now watch the Gulf of Mexico. This is where a tropical system could develop, and I tell you folks, I am not really impressed with the new U.S. model, although it's doing okay right here. The Hurricane Center is saying that we may have to have tropical storm watches, maybe hurricane watches issued here in the next 12 hours. That is the weekend, Sunday. And now what the European model does, and I still like it, it's been spot on. Good morning, Wendy Curtis from Wakasta. It takes this and it brings it right up into Michigan. The U.S. model just kind of kills it out in the south. So we'll have to see, and that would be at some point next week that we would deal with that. Here's just a little bit of more info on that if you're interested. They're saying that something could form right there, and look at all the heavy rain. Up to 20 inches of rain could fall across Louisiana out of this storm system. Hey, ladies, could use a shout out for August 31st. Kate and Austin Blackweir? Good morning. Cafe Canela Podcast. I'll have to check that out, see what that's all about. So, there you have it. Today, the thunderstorms mostly concentrated northern part of lower Michigan, eastern part of the UP. Could be severe weather there, could be isolated tornadoes. It would be late in the evening hours. Southern Michigan, we're going to be lucky if we get a thunderstorm or two. Then much cooler weather for tomorrow. Very comfortable day if you have to work outside tomorrow. And yes, it's already Thursday tomorrow. The week has flown by. Friday looks like it will be a very nice day. Another in the fine line of work skipper Fridays on the way. There's your forecast. Thanks for joining me. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Have yourselves a great Wednesday. We'll keep you updated on severe weather later tonight.